we recording? We're on? Okay. I would like to welcome everyone, our loyal listeners around the world, to this, the 39th episode of Dinner with Dan. I am your host, Dan Garris, your podcast host, and we are recording on Sunday, June 28th, 2026, from Wroe Avenue in Dayton's historic Five Oaks neighborhood. Walking distance to an excellent hospital and the Dayton Art Institute, a true jewel in the Gem City's crown. Tonight at the table are table regulars Kate Evans, Paul Duncan Robinson, and Diya, and maybe Eddie Garris. He's got an order of Singapore noodles in, so let's hope he shows. Tonight, we are also joined for the second time by a very interesting, entertaining couple known as Ann and Jim Rougier. They are making their second table appearance, the first being when we reviewed...
Best years. Best years of my life.
Best years of our lives. Okay.
Our lives, yeah.
Our lives. And, give me a drum roll. Tonight, that was a drum roll. I am pleased to welcome to the table a very, very, very special friend of mine, all the way from Witchita Falls, Texas, the one and only Eleanor Jean Butterbaugh Payne. Jean, as she prefers to be called, was my beloved college girlfriend. After we parted company in August of 1977, we reconnected in June of last year. And Jean has been a loyal listener to the podcast ever since day one, and I am so glad that she is able to be here and be part of the table today. So, welcome to the table. Table regulars Nan Whaley and Sam Braun have been granted an excused absence to attend to family matters in Washington, D.C., but will be back at the table for the next podcast. So, Kate, what's for dinner tonight?
Well, we have Thai takeout from Thai 9, a restaurant here in the Oregon District. The movie takes place in Thailand, and we are having Thai food as some way to connect to the movie. Everybody kind of ordered their own thing. So we have lots and lots of food. There's some heat going on here.
There's some what going on?
There's some heat in the food.
Oh, yeah.
They had a heavy hand with the spice tonight in the kitchen at Thai 9. So, I know. We have some at the table who really, really like the heat, and some at the table who can't quite handle it the same way.
That would be me.
Hey, can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Well, there you go. So yeah, and then we have a peach and blueberry crumble for dessert with ice cream.
Wow.
So
That Kate Evans made
I made it.
and churned the ice cream herself.
I did not do that this time.
This time.
Well, nobody would know, Kate.
I have to be honest.
Okay.
I cannot tell a lie.
Because we are honest
on
on
the
the
podcast.
podcast.
Dan, you ready to cut the podcast? No real peach ice cream or whatever it is.
Here comes Eddie.
Who?
Eddie.
All right.
I didn't realize he had left again.
Ed,
Edward.
your Singapore noodles are right down there waiting for you. Welcome,
Small
Eddie.
food.
Huh?
Small food.
There you go.
Yeah,
No,
there you go.
Small food.
You might need it.
Well,
This is really good stuff, Eddie.
I didn't watch the movie.
That's okay.
It's all right.
You have AI, don't you?
Huh?
So you have AI on your phone, get it.
You can, you'll be able to catch on a few things. And you can throw in some.
Diya's saying, keep your voice up.
That's right. Keep that voice up.
Okay, so
Okay.
Let's get started, Daniel.
we know what we're having for dinner.
We do.
But before we get to the movie, we always go around the table and we talk about what we've done. So we always start to my right. So that would be Diya. who is the tech support person tonight, because Nan is playing in the reflecting pool at the Lincoln Monument,
Slasher.
Lincoln Memorial. Yeah,
That is chipping away.
chipping away.
And
I
has
don't think there's
lovely
gonna be more
results.
reflection.
Yeah.
Okay, Diya, what have you done this past week?
So Monday through Wednesday, I just hung out with a bunch of friends and just said goodbyes and met people for the last time.
Aw.
Yeah, and on Thursday we left for Cedar Point. So I spent like Thursday through Sunday, and I just got back and I had a lot of fun, lots of rides and the pretty lake. And I did pass out on one of them because it was too scary.
You passed out?
Whoa.
Which ride did you pass out on?
It's called TT2. I forget what the name is. But it's like a ride where it goes like it's everything, all the turns are straight up or straight down. So you start like in a U where you go straight up and then you go straight down the U, and then there's a like an upside down U, so you go straight up and then a curve and you go straight down, and this is like probably the fastest roller coaster in the park. And it's super fast and super loud, and like I thought I was gonna fall out of my chair and die.
No
So.
kidding.
Had that happened before to you?
No.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
So that was pretty scary. So I just like, I remember going up and then I remember being over. I don't remember anything between, and somebody woke me up.
And you were
Wow.
well hydrated?
I was too scared. I didn't want to go on it really,
Okay.
but I did it anyways. And then I did it a second time and it was much better.
So you
There we go.
you did it
That was
again?
17 right
Yeah,
there.
spoke like a young
Good for
person.
you. Give it another try.
Yeah, so I had a good week.
You got back up on the horse and rode it again after it threw you.
Yep, I sure did. And it was not as scary.
Now,
Was your cowboy hat still straight?
did you go on any of the merry-go-rounds?
I went on a Ferris wheel.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Did I? That was pretty cool. Yeah.
Very tame compared to.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did you go out on the lake at all?
Yes, I like to wander. So like I walked all the way from the resort to the lake, and like I saw like sunsets every day, and this morning I woke up at 5 and I walked down there, saw the sunrise. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Where did you stay in? What hotel?
I think it's called Sawmills
Okay.
Resort. It's pretty close to Cedar Point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, let me ask you a question,
Yeah.
because I've never been to India. Do you have amusement parks like that in India?
We do. But they're not by a lake. That's not pretty. Yeah, that was my week.
Good.
Okay, Kate?
Well, I have nothing so exciting to report. I enjoyed a 4-day work week, which was really nice. I took Friday off.
Okay.
I had some things that I needed to take care of. So that worked out really well. I also went to a garden center again because I can't stop buying plants.
It's a true addiction.
It is it is my addiction, and I can't stop buying plants and pretty flowers. So, yeah, it was kind of a fairly quiet week, but I needed it, so I was happy to have it.
Okay, well, next time you go to the garden center,
Yes.
I want you to buy me 2 hanging baskets for my porch.
Okay, I can do that.
And I will.
I wish I had known.
Well, now you,
Stockslagers has a big sale on hanging baskets.
now you
right
have
now.
a reason to go back.
I know, just what I needed.
You can say, I'm doing it for a guy that's physically challenged and mobility challenged. I got to do it. So
Well,
I'm doing a good
It's a
deed.
good excuse, and I don't need one. So,
There
but
you
I'll be
go.
happy to do it. Yeah, stocks. I had a whole bunch of reward points, so
really? They have
I
a
did.
program.
Yeah, they do, and I didn't even have to spend that much. So,
You know, the other place is, have you ever done First?
Their
Grocery
greenhouse?
Basket?
no.
So you get, I mean, not basket, but a cart. So
Yeah.
you can fill up whatever in a grocery cart, like a real size
Mm-hmm.
grocery cart, for X number of dollars.
Oh, nice.
And then if you want to add on the bottom, you have more. And I walked walked out of there with the whole inside for $75.
Whoa, that's really good.
Yeah.
Annuals only? Anything?
No, everything.
Wow. Oh, that's
I picked
good.
up- Of course, their perennials are limited.
Yeah.
At first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
First is where I always order my flowers from.
Us too.
Yeah, me too.
I think they are the best in Dayton.
They really do.
I think they have the best poinsettias.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I would agree.
Anyway.
So,
And,
yeah.
you
They
know,
did not pay me to keep that.
I know neither does Stockslagers, although I would gladly become a Stockslagers ambassador if any of you were listening out there.
You and Sam.
I know. Well, Sam has it in his family, but I don't. But I evangelize Stockslagers even without any incentive. So
well, at,
Those Dayton Gardens and all.
yeah, Danny Perez.
yeah,
Yeah, we gotta start supporting Dan Perez at North Dayton Garden Center.
is he there now? Is he
Yeah.
actually working in the business? Wow, good for
Well, I
him.
mean, practically, but
Yeah.
When Eddie and I get our new fence put in between our house and Damien's, we're going to have Danny Perez come out and figure out lilacs and a redbud for the redbud that I had to cut down. So we'll be using North Dayton Garden Center for that.
That's very nice.
But if you ever need to send somebody a gourmet
You
basket,
guys got that?
do it from First. They have the best gourmet baskets.
No, Hilton Head.
They do.
What's Hilton Head? I don't know it.
Hilton Head is down in South
Okay,
Carolina.
Paul, what have you done?
Well, since we last met, I went to the high school graduation of Gianna and Jerica Taste of
That's
the Ann
right.
Charles Watts experience here in Five Oaks.
At
And-
UD,
Pardon?
the graduation itself?
No, the
No,
No, I'm sorry.
party.
Their
The
party.
party, sorry,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, the celebration of them graduating. And I did a double trip to City Barbecue for Father's Day and my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, thank you. What else did I do? Dan, I read the book you gave me last.
Oh,
last time
is it
about
good?
The Appalachian Trail. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
AT?
Yeah, with the AT, so I read that book, and then I watched World Cup. Focusing on the United States and Canada game today, and that's pretty much it.
Well, Paul, let me ask you. You're-
You wasn't gonna get by without a question.
You're 56?
7 now.
57.
7.
6, 7.
Not there.
You know what?
Oh, no, no.
57 is so far in my rearview mirror, I can't see that. I can't see back that.
Yeah, it's nice to have you at the table, Jim. Just for that reason.
So, you-
Dan normally is talking about how he's the oldest one, and
That's true.
Yeah,
he
Jim's
has a
older
certain
than me.
perspective that we
He
can't
is the
appreciate.
oldest one.
Yeah.
So, Paul,
Yes.
reading that book on the Appalachian Trail, did not it make you nostalgic for being on the trail and wanting to get back and do the southbound?
Not quite yet, Dan. Not quite yet.
Okay, now there was an article in the Dayton paper, as we all know, I still get the print edition,
Yes.
about a woman who had just completed the Appalachian Trail, but she did it in segments.
Yes.
Let me ask you, since you're the only Appalachian Trail snob that I know,
Whoa.
Whoa, I don't know if you can
Wow.
call
I've been
people.
late. That's not going to
Right.
encourage me to do it again.
well,
Dan.
no.
How
But
is
Jim
he a
and I have been
snob?
on the trail.
Well,
He
I
had
meant
to bury poo in the dirt. How is that? How can he
no,
be a
I mean
snob?
snob in a loving way because he's
okay.
done it.
The rare loving.
I mean, I don't think you can talk about. I don't think you can talk about the Appalachian Trail
Banquet.
if you haven't done it.
Well, I think that's true.
Yeah.
True.
So it's like he's our wine sommelier or however you pronounce it when it
Sommelier,
comes to
yeah.
the Appalachian Trail.
Right.
So Paul,
Yes.
let me rephrase that. Not as a snob, but as a person who did the Appalachian Trail as a through hiker who is thinking about doing it southbound.
As Dan is thinking about me doing southbound.
You went
Every night I go to bed,
man.
that's part of my prayers at
Yeah,
night.
he did the whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
All at one time.
Allegedly.
Well, so
Eddie,
I had a
Paul,
lot of Club Dares t-shirts
You-
to prove I was in these very
Eddie's
would-
being a
spacious.
hater.
I know.
Yes.
Paul, as a person who did the through, would you count a person who did it in segments? over a period of 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 years as somebody who hiked the Appalachian Trail.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they just don't get the label of through hiker.
Okay.
But yeah, absolutely, they would say that they hiked it. Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. In fact, I probably told the story before, but I met a guy, I think that was in North Carolina, and I met him when he was 60 years old, but when he turned 40, so 20 years earlier, he said that he was going to hike the Appalachian Trail, like 2-3 weeks a year, until he was done. And when I met him, he had crossed like 1,900 miles out of the 2,200 miles. And I looked at him, and I meant this. I said, I think you're doing it the hard way, because I could not imagine waking up every year,
Yeah.
Going back
out for 2 to 3 weeks, and you have to get your trail legs
The
back.
planning is,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
planning and the physical
So-
preparation.
Well, the mental preparation of knowing you've got to go back out
Yes. Yeah.
for 3 more
Yeah.
weeks
Yeah.
and bury your poo and.
Yep. So I think
Sorry.
somebody like that.
As listeners know, that's the part that really gets me.
Why did you bury your boo?
Yeah, I do.
be-
He didn't do it very often.
That's what the etiquette is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you have biodegradable toilet paper?
No, you
You carry that out,
kind
right?
of pack that out in a Ziploc
Okay.
bag. Some people ideally, again, if you're following the etiquette, I hate to say rules because it's not like there's a marshal out there, but if you're following like the current etiquette, you would pack things out, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Or
But there's also a lot of there's like privies at the shelters.
Correct.
So I don't want to give anyone the impression that like every day was in the
Yeah,
woods.
it's
I
not
know.
as rough
I'm the
as
one
what-
giving everybody
Yeah.
that impression because
Yeah,
that's
I
what
know
I
it's
think of.
Maine. I hear Maine is really rough. As far as
Terrain.
terrain, yeah.
so Paul, you have
Yes, but after you've gone 2,000 miles, it's not that tough. So, I mean, I don't want to say it's easy, but I think if you start in Maine and go southbound, like Dan's trying to get me to do, I think it's tougher than starting in Georgia. But after you've gone 2,000 miles, Maine is not as difficult. I also didn't face really much bad weather, so there's that.
I'm putting it out here, Paul, right now. I'm putting it out here. I got one of my heirs sitting at the end of this table.
Hey.
One of my heirs.
Yes.
You do southbound, I'll write you a check for $10,000.
Oh my
Fuck you. I'll go to you.
Oh, that's $5.
Who's the executive?
That's $5.
Bring him up.
Oh,
Bring 'em up.
You're dead.
Okay.
What are the
Well, anyhow,
rules? How much is an F word?
I'm $5.
$5.
I'm just saying,
I
Paul.
didn't say no F word.
Well, that would definitely cover
It was
expenses.
not.
I'm just saying, I'm a man of my word.
Oh,
That's a
boy.
standing offer until the day I die.
He's really tightening tightened the thumb screws like several turns.
There you go.
Especially with the daughter getting ready to go to college.
Well, no, grad school.
That's
her
right.
college is already taken care
Oh,
of.
nice.
Yeah,
This
good
is
for
so
her.
funny.
Yeah, grad school. We set expectations on that.
I didn't think you'd be swayed by money.
No,
Okay?
it does eliminate one.
As Winston
Money
Churchill.
talks.
That's Winston
I have to
Churchill's.
say this, and people don't understand it or believe it. And I asked my kids, when I was teaching, I asked my kids in school,
Yeah.
what makes the world go round?
I know.
Pussy.
And they did,
Jeez Louise.
Wow.
Okay, that's another $5.
No,
and they didn't,
it's
You don't
only the
wanna
F bomb.
know.
and they didn't have a
It's worse than
clue.
the F bomb.
They didn't have a
Wow.
clue until I put that dollar sign on the board.
Jim, you bring out the best in Eddie here.
Yeah, I know.
Until you put the
That-
dollar
that
sign on the board,
sounds
like for
nice,
various
sir.
things or like.
No. Money,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
World
expensive,
go round.
so-
Yeah.
Good
sit
grief.
there and think about it.
Good grief,
How are you
Charlie
gonna
Brown.
eat lunch today? How are you gonna buy gas?
Yeah.
So, anyway, okay, I'll throw
I
that in.
no, I hear you. Yeah.
All right, to be continued, I'm sure.
Yep.
Do you have any more
Oh.
questions?
I'm not
So, anyhow, Paul, I just want to tell you something. I admire the answer you gave about the woman and people who have to do it in segments.
Yeah.
Because I think there's probably people that go, oh no, if you don't do it through, it don't count.
Yeah, probably. But I mean,
So-
that's a true story I told about running
Yeah.
that guy. I looked him in the eyes and I was
Yeah.
like, I think you're doing it the hard way. And I'd only gone like, I don't know, 200 miles or something.
Yeah.
Maybe not even that much.
So how long did it take you?
24 weeks. 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Could
about.
you stand to be awake? Yeah, you could.
Yeah, that's about half.
Anyway, Eddie's having regurgitation.
I know.
You okay, Eddie?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
But I don't
having
think
a
I
problem.
could.
Okay.
I don't
Okay,
think
you
I
have a
could.
noodle on your lap if that matters.
Oh God.
Okay, if Eddie doesn't choke,
If Eddie doesn't choke,
I will joke.
it's his turn.
there you go, Eddie.
What am I supposed to talk about?
Well, swallow your Singapore noodles
Wow.
first.
You know, the past week.
And what have you done this
non-work-related.
past week?
Yeah. You don't get to talk about work.
I did okay in my mathematical exam. Fucking linear algebra.
Oh,
Well,
Ring them up.
Uh,
$10.
No, he said the P word.
Oh, I forgot. We're
Oh,
counting
I
that.
figured it out.
What P
Yeah.
word?
You don't have to say it.
I don't
again.
think the mic got it though.
What's the P word? I want to know what the P word is, so I gotta say no.
Move on. So,
Move on.
what was your grade? You got a good grade.
Stop.
Please,
what'd you get?
perfective. What's the P word though?
What?
Can you stop?
What was, did you
I know. Eddie, move on.
Final? And get a test?
No, this is one of the OLE tests though, so it's one of the basic.
so it counts for a lot.
I mean, yes and no. It's
Oh.
just doing basic stuff with basic numbers, doing basic things.
Numbers.
But it was a good day. Well, and then I got drunk and I fell asleep on the porch, supposedly.
I think you might still be a little drunk, Eddie.
Well,
I'm just gonna say that right now. If the podcast world hasn't figured it out.
Well, Eddie, that's okay because I remember one time when the man who's sitting next to you, Jim Rougier, did the same thing.
Oh.
And he blamed it on my expensive imported German beer.
I could have been about the same age.
No, this was about 20 years ago, Jim,
Oh,
at one of our Oktoberfest parties.
Oh,
I,
fair enough.
yeah, nah.
does anyone have a math contest?
Nope.
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 Probably lose.
Does anyone have a history contest? Jeopardy history contest.
No,
What?
we want to have our podcast, Eddie.
No.
Well,
We want to move on and talk about our
Now, in your
podcast.
math department, in your math, did they ever talk about gazintas?
Oh my lord.
Help us.
I know.
I don't know.
That's a $5 fine.
I don't know what
Jim's got
gazintas
$5.
Gazintas.
And he's got 15.
Gazintas. I don't know what
And you
gazintas
went
is.
to Wright State or UD?
Obviously, the best math teachers I've had have been Sinclair.
Okay, well, probably so, because they're in the news. Gazintas. You don't know
There you
what
go.
gazintas are?
What's fucking? I don't know what it is.
Uh-oh. He's at the 20.
I think this is
Two
a
goes into
conversation.
4, 4 goes into 8, 8 goes into 16. Gazintas.
No, those are multiples.
Gesundheit.
Those are very basic multiples.
Gazintas.
Okay, we're
I
going to
know.
move on.
We're like seriously.
We're moving on.
Please.
Jim, what have you done this past week? You had a busy week?
Alright.
Tell us.
I was, I drove down.
Yes.
I didn't drive at all. My
Oh,
son
nice.
and his girlfriend drove.
And he has saw and a big old fucking.
Oh my God, Eddie.
Well,
Eddie.
The dude
Rack
has
it
a
up.
Nice pad.
Eddie.
The dude has a nice pad.
Calm down, Eddie.
Alright.
Okay.
So, well, anyway, we went down to Hilton Head, North Carolina, and stayed on the beach with my only surviving sibling and her husband, and my wife, and 2 of my children, and my son's girlfriend, and 2 of my nephews
That's so great.
and their children.
Big crowd.
3 nephews.
3 nephews.
2 of
And,
them are handicapped.
yeah, okay, 4 of them. But anyway, so
And
we,
1 niece.
and 1 niece, yeah. So we had a good time.
That's awesome.
And then we drove, yeah, 3 trips, yeah, 3 trips. Okay, and then we drove our daughter back up to Washington DC
Uh-huh.
because my sister gave Becca her Christmas dishes.
Wow,
And
that's
so Becca needed to get them
not a
up
lot. Yeah, that's a
to
lot of stuff.
Washington DC, and she doesn't have a car, and she doesn't need a car. So
No.
her and her mother, correct? Drove her up there, and
I drove the whole way.
yeah, you did. Okay, the second one. I was in the back seat, doing this, drinking shots of
No,
whiskey.
you were in
Oh
the
my
backseat.
goodness.
Becca was in the backseat preparing for
Of
her.
her interview, and I will let her mother talk about that interview process. And then got home last night, went to a funeral. A friend of ours, his father died, passed away, so we went to the funeral. It was a very interesting funeral. And I will say this, it's always sad, regardless of the circumstances of
Oh, yeah.
the situation, when somebody dies.
I would
And
agree.
today, I went to church for the first time. I missed the last 2 Sundays.
Really?
That's unlike you, Jimmy.
It is unlike me.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened when we were down in South Carolina, why I forgot about it.
I do. We were preparing a Father's Day brunch.
Okay, maybe that's what it was. Well, anyway, so I'll have to make up for it during this week and next couple of weeks coming up. Okay, so I will gladly pass the baton to my lovely bride.
Well, as my lovely husband spoke, we did do a nice little trip down to South Carolina. We stopped at Bluffton, which is where Jim's sister lives, and then as a family we moved to the beach on Saturday. We had this beach house, which was lovely, 8 bedrooms, 7 bedrooms, 8 baths,
Wow.
etc. And believe it or not, we need 1 more bedroom.
Well, you had a crowd. That's quite a
We
crowd.
had a crowd.
Have you had that crowd before, or have
Oh,
you all?
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a thing called sofas, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And actually, some of them were more comfortable than the beds, really. But anyway, so our daughter Rebecca, as everybody knows, is in DC and is quite the activist for things that she's very passionate about. And one most recently is a Project 32, which is to unite Northern Ireland with Ireland. And so she got the opportunity to interview the president of Sinn Féin.
Sinn Féin.
Sinn Féin.
Yeah. And Mary Lou McDonald.
Mhm.
And so she was asked to do that Thursday, so we
Got her
went
back.
first, got her back, and a lovely woman. And anyway, so if anybody's looking at like trying to give money to somewhere or whatever, it's called Project 32, and the name is specifically for the number of counties that are in Ireland. So there's 6 in Northern Ireland and 26 in Ireland. And so
Oh.
that's where the 32 comes from.
Oh, that's clever, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck the Irish.
Come on, Eddie.
Okay, and you're up to $1 million. But personally, being in Belfast this past June, I was so educated in the fact that, wow, there's still a wall. There's still at 7 o'clock at night, gates closed. The Protestants are over here, the Catholics are over here. It was crazy. I mean, I did not know that still existed.
Yeah.
And to know that when I went to Northern Ireland, they had to have a different currency, which kind of like threw me off. And then it's like, why?
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to get pounds to be in Northern Ireland, and then euros, the rest of our trip. But anyway, so that was very nice to have that alignment, and then very pleased that Becca got to have this position to interview.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, very cool. So, and one of the things I learned, and I was too shy, believe it or not, I was shy to ask.
Nobody
Mary
here believes it, but
I know, right? So one of the things I learned when we were in Belfast is that they are changing their voting age to 16
oh yeah,
to up the ante, because right now they're.
To 15.
16.
16. Right
15.
now, there's 51% Catholics. And so if they up the ante to voting,
Yeah.
we're hoping that then this will help this whole movement. So we'll see what happens. But anyway,
Imagine that, expanding the voter base instead of trying to limit it.
okay. Oh, like who?
I know. How about
The guy
that?
who we don't want his reflection. I'm done, Dan.
Okay,
Do you have any questions?
That
Bob?
was
do I have any questions? No, it sounds like you guys had a fun time at the beach
Usually directed.
and interesting time. Did you go down to the reflecting pool and bring us a piece of it?
Nope.
Oh no! Don't be arrested as a vandal.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Well, we were going to, but the mass crowd
No.
for 250th.
Oh, that stupid. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
that county fair, state fair, whatever.
Yeah, and Reagan was closed for a little while,
Yeah.
just allow all the
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
So
it's
is
a mess.
it the what is the 250? Is the treaty of this is the treaty of like
It's July 4th.
July 4th.
Yeah, 250 is July 4th, which is
It's the
Saturday.
Declaration of Independence is not actually the founding of the country.
It's based on the.
But there's
on the
like the
fourth,
treaty
on
of
Independence Day.
confederation or whatever.
Articles of Confederation.
Articles of Confederation.
That's after the revolution was
Correct.
over.
Paris, yeah.
And before the
We're
Constitution.
basically saying-
dates.
But we've always-
dates.
We're- yeah.
involved.
Independence Day. We're saying that is the day
1770.
we declared. Six. We
Yeah.
declared our independence.
So the Articles of Confederation don't mean shit then.
Well,
Well,
they did at the time.
they
No
did
one
at the
celebrating
time.
those.
That don't mean no shit. They don't mean
Well-
no shit.
Eddie, calm down. The Articles of Confederation is what gave us 5 states in the Northwest Ordinance.
That is correct.
Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Illinois, and Wisconsin. So
1803,
having
baby.
said that, we're not doing a history lesson tonight. We're going to move on
Correct.
to our special guest here today.
I thought we're doing the history lesson.
Jean, by golly.
All right. So Monday, I went to the gym in Texas, like I do
Good for you.
always. Tuesday, I had a meeting for my Master Gardener group because we're planning a new class of Master Gardeners.
Oh my
So we are
God.
putting together a whole curriculum of what we're going to teach
I know.
Master Gardeners.
Oh, I have questions, but
So-
not for the pod.
Yeah, so I love that you love
Okay.
to go plant shopping.
Okay.
So Wednesday, I got in my trusty little blue bonnet out there, left Wichita Falls, Texas, and drove 9 hours to Rolla, Missouri, where I spent the night. Had a nice little dinner. Got up in the next morning on Thursday morning, and I drove from Rolla to 232 Wroe Avenue. So Thursday.
That's a drive.
Yes, it is. Thursday evening, we had a lovely dinner at Coco's.
Nice.
Friday, see, I've forgotten already. What did we do Friday?
Legacy.
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday, we went to Legacy, and I got to meet a friend of Dan's that I have not met before.
Nice.
Came back Friday night.
Eddie ordered us Chinese.
That's right. Eddie ordered us
Ah.
Chinese, and we watched the movie Friday
Oh,
night.
good.
Never
Nice.
anything.
Saturday, we got up and we went to Legacy, and I met a whole bunch more of new friends.
I hope you like the legacy.
It was. I
Okay,
do.
good.
Yeah, it's great.
Did they greet you by name the second time?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Remembered her from
Not a
last
dumb
I bet.
question.
Yeah, from last year.
That's
Yeah.
good.
And Saturday night, we had a Garris family gathering here
Nice.
with hamburgers, hot dogs, the whole bit, and I got to meet all the little children.
Oh, good.
This time.
Twix is the best.
They're so
Which
cute.
they're all so
So
cute, so
cute.
stinking cute. Yeah, they were, and
Lots
so
of
that was a lot of
personality.
fun. So this morning
Yeah,
we
this
just
place is
kind of,
the
yeah,
best.
today we just kind of chilled. Didn't do
Nice.
really much of anything.
Sounds like you needed a break, maybe.
So getting ready for leaving
She's
in the
leaving
morning.
it for you,
You
Diya.
are? Oh, that's sad.
That's right, we did. See, I tell you, I get
Everything mixed
stage
up.
fright. Yeah, we did. Dan and I made brunch. I forgot.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
I know.
we did. We made brunch for the law school guys. I mean,
wow.
I saw
Yeah.
2 lonely stalks of celery and a half-drunk bottle of champagne, and I figured there was a big brunch afoot.
That's
and a
right.
bottle of vodka still on the
Yeah,
Deal
yeah,
quick.
we did. See,
Blood mirror.
stage
Yeah,
fright.
yeah.
Stage fright.
I might have ate some of that celery.
You might have eaten the celery.
Only the celery.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my,
So it's been a lovely, lovely week.
good,
Great.
I've been having a
Good.
great time.
good.
Well, I'm glad I got to meet you.
Yeah, me too. So
We'll
yes, I
talk
feel
about
like I
Master
know
Gardeners.
you all, but you don't know me, so I have the
We do
advantage
now.
there.
Yeah,
We know
this
you
is
now.
great.
Yeah,
You're now known.
I'm
And
known.
and we have a place to go in India.
Yeah.
Yes.
You should.
That's
All right.
that'd be great.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine?
Yes.
Podcast to India.
We're going to.
I'm gonna
Wouldn't
say
that be amazing?
Dan, may I add something to my comment? I forgot in the Q&A. I forgot. I did Friday night. I went to with some curling folks to something called Fowling. Fowling.
That's $5.
Yeah, yeah. Good one, good one. And so it's this activity where you set up 10 bowling pins, just like you would in a bowling alley. But instead of a bowling ball, you throw a football at the pins and you try to knock them over.
Oh,
Oh, I'd
It's not
probably
as
be.
easy as that may sound.
Oh, I'd be
Yeah,
better at
'cause
that
no
than
one's
actual
can't
bowling.
fly.
Right, and this place has been in Cincinnati for 7 years. Which I mean, I don't live in Cincinnati, but I hadn't heard of it. But there's always a joke that curlers like to do other niche activities, and so Fowling definitely falls in that
Yeah.
category.
Paul, you'll soon be playing pickleball. I know it.
I don't know even know if that's a
Yeah.
niche activity anymore. Dave.
Well,
that's
But
true.
I
That's
hear
true.
ya.
Over.
I hear you.
That's true.
It is
I'm
fun.
resisting that.
What's pickleball?
It's
Yeah,
like
what is
the
pickleball?
easier version of tennis.
Yeah, them pickleball boys.
Throw it.
That's right. You turn a pickle into a ball.
We hate
I'm-
them pickleball boys.
I don't want to open
Never
the floor.
mind.
Thank you, Dave,
Okay.
for allowing me to append the conference.
Oh, yeah. I've never heard of that activity, but it sounds like
I hadn't
something
either.
that the people that live in Cincinnati would do. As everybody knows, I have very strong opinions about the city of Cincinnati, have my entire life. But anyhow, moving on.
Wow.
Too many hills.
Too many hills.
Even when you lived in Van Wert, you had opinions about this.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Too many hills.
It's easy to have opinions about.
Jean and I are from the great.
Those are the couple.
That's
We're from the
right.
Great Prairie. You know, the Great Prairie starts in northwest Ohio and it goes all
True.
the way out.
Yeah.
I'm from Van Wert. She's Dixon, Illinois, which was 125 miles west of Chicago, the home of Ronald Reagan.
Yes.
And we just were doing the math on it. When I was in Columbus, well, for those of you who don't know, we went to Manchester College together. We were boyfriend, girlfriend. My last year in college and her second year at college. And then she went to France for a year while I was at my first year in law school. And then we were still together the following year, her senior year in college. Eddie. And then
I don't know here.
and then
Hey.
in my second year of law school. So anyhow, I was doing the math, and from Columbus to Dixon was 450 miles.
Real. Wow.
And if I was going 50 miles an hour, that was 9-hour drive. I couldn't do a 9-hour drive now to save my soul. But hey, when you're young and dumb, we did a lot. And
Yeah.
the word might be that
easy.
one night during a snowstorm, when I was driving her to or from Dixon, Illinois, this massive highway stop sign jumped out in front of my car,
Oh God.
You killed it.
and I killed it.
Oh God.
But I was driving a 1967 Pontiac Cutlass,
I was gonna say all the cars were tanks back
and
then.
I saw no smoke coming out of the radiator, and I looked around, and I'm like, "We're out of here."
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Real fun.
So anyhow, the reason why we did the brunch today was Jean actually had a foot in both camps. People knew her from college, of course, and then they also knew her from law school. And she knew Virginia. Virginia knew her. So that's why we did the law school brunch today. And I got to admit, I couldn't have got it done without her. So thank you very much for doing that, putting the brunch together. So this past Monday, I didn't do anything. Tuesday, I didn't do anything. Wednesday, I talked to you for a while.
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
yeah. We talked for like over an hour.
Nice.
And then was just getting ready for Jean to get here.
Yeah.
So she's already told you what we've done. So it's been a really good visit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to convince her that since I believe there's a flight from Dallas to Dayton, that she can come up once a week. And
Once a week.
yeah, and do all my cooking and do all this and help me carry this and help me
Terrible.
carry that. You
And the
know,
legacy wants to see her again.
and Legacy wants to see her, and,
Yeah.
and
Terrible,
I'll pay for the
Dan.
airfare and the meals. So anyhow, we've had a really good visit, and I'm going to miss her when she's gone. Okay, so we're going to move on to the movie.
It's movie time.
It's movie time. Okay, so we are now doing, I believe, our 30th movie.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think this is
The
the.
big 3-0.
I think this is the 30th movie that we've done.
Wow.
And this is, I'm going to read the cover.
Nice.
We're doing the bridge on the River Kwai,
Why?
and that's why we had Thai food tonight, because that river is in Thailand. The back of the DVD cover says, when British POWs build a vital railway bridge in enemy-occupied Burma, Allied commandos are assigned to destroy it in David Lean's epic World War II adventure, The Bridge on the River Kwai. Spectacularly produced, The Bridge on the River Kwai captured the imagination of the public and won 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Actor, Alec Guinness, and Best Director. I'm not done. But thank you for cleaning the table. This Thai food's really good. Even its theme song, an old World War I whistling tune, the Colonel Bogey March.
Nice, nice.
Okay.
Give him a drink. Give him a drink. He's getting dry.
So became a
Wow, well done.
became a massive worldwide hit. Okay, so from the 80 years of the Oscar history book that we use, written by the late great Robert Osborne, I'm going to read you something else that was
He
said
died.
about the movie, and
Couple
it
years,
is okay. It filmed for 3.5 months in the hot jungles of Ceylon. That's where they filmed it.
Yeah.
And it is, the Osborne book says, it was a grim novel written by Pierre Boulez, Boulle, a grim novel about the folly of man's unwittingly involvement in the useless game of war. That year, it did win. Let me see. Do I have it written down? Yeah, that year it did win 7 Oscars for Best Picture, and we like to say what it was up against, and it was up against Peyton Place.
Place.
I know.
Peyton-
Can you believe?
Peyton Place.
I struggle to understand how that movie got nominated for an Oscar. But
The one
Peyton
we-
Place.
Oh.
But
That was-
anyway, sorry. I'm
And
taking
then
you off the list here.
Santanara, 12 Angry Men,
Which is a great movie.
yeah.
and Witness for the Prosecution.
Which is a great movie.
Yeah, it got Best Picture. It got Best Actor for Alex Guinness, who then became Sir Alex Guinness, and
Alec,
ultimately
yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi
Obi.
of Star Wars fame. And that year for Best Actor, he did beat Marlon Brando and Anthony Quinn. So that was some.
Or Anthony Quinn was doing.
Zorba?
What movie?
Was it Zorba?
No, it wasn't Zorba the Greek. It was some other movie.
Okay.
It
not
also won
Zorba
for
yet.
directing for David Lean. It won for writing screenplay based on material from another source. It won cinematography, it won film editing, and it won music scoring. So that is pretty much the wrap on my notes that I've got. The DVD that I had did not have extra commentary, but Jean and I did watch it Friday night. So let's start talking about it. Now, Diya did not get to see the movie,
I did not.
so we'll
Too
jump
busy
to,
on the roller coasters.
we'll jump to Kate.
Okay, well, I honestly don't know how much I have to say about this. It's an entertaining movie. I think, you know, as war movies go, I think one of the things I liked about how this movie was told, the story was told, it was a very specific kind of moment of the war. Now it's fictional, based on things that, you know, bits and pieces, maybe based on things that might have actually happened, but it's a fictional account of these soldiers. And I liked that it was kind of insulated in some ways from the bigger picture war, like, you know, it's like you weren't talking about, it wasn't necessarily, you know, trying to make a comment on the war as a big global event. It was this snapshot in time when this group of British soldiers gets taken prisoner, and it's like their moments in this camp. And I think that was effective. You know, it's like, it's being, this movie's being made, 12 years after the end of World War II. So there's some time and distance there. And, you know, to kind of like dig into a specific place and time and moment, and kind of focus in on these soldiers doing what they had to do to live and survive. I thought that made it maybe more interesting than some of the other war movies that, you know, some that we'll see, and some that, you know, were made during the same time. You know, it's like you start seeing The Longest Day, and, you know, it's like these big movies where it's like these meant to be these big things. And while the cinematography of this movie makes it feel very big, like you can tell it's a David Lean movie. If you're familiar with other David Lean movies, Lawrence of Arabia and such, it's like you can tell it's big in the visual sense, but kind of small in the story sense, which I really enjoyed. Alec Guinness is great. Absolutely understand why he won an Oscar. You know, he is so single-minded in his pursuit of getting this bridge built, in spite of so many people questioning his motivation and, you know, frankly, his sanity in doing so. But, you know, I thought did a really great job. William Holden, as always, I just find him, you know, fun to watch in anything he's in. He does, you know, he like kind of a versatile actor of the time, can kind of do a little bit of everything. Always had a twinkle in his eye. That irreverence that he brings to this role really made it work. But, you know, I like this movie. It's one I've seen before. It's not one I like really would seek out to watch again and again, but it's an enjoyable movie. So.
Yeah, excuse me. I actually like the movie. In a way, it's kind of hard to pin down why I like it. I think I like, as Kate said, like the grand sweep of it. I mean, the cinematography is great. I mean, we know that it won an Oscar. It's a David Lean, you know, film. I think when we watch Lawrence of Arabia in about 5 weeks or so,
Yeah.
I think we'll call back to this movie for the similarities and how the movie was shot. In a way, I was. At first, I wanted to I'd seen it before, and I'd forgot how much time was spent kind of on the second plot, of William Holden's character, like, going on,
I
going
forgot
off
it was that long.
Yeah, I forgot
like
it was that
his
long,
time
too.
away was that long, and I had forgotten that too.
I'd forgotten that too. I thought it was going to be more, about them building a bridge, even though I'd seen it before. And so I kind of wanted to, like, I wouldn't say poke holes in it, because it wasn't like I didn't like it, but I was trying to think, well, is this realistic-ish? Like, would they really be cooperating instead of trying to, like, sabotage it? But at the same time, that wasn't really the point, right? I mean, Alec Guinness's character, the lieutenant colonel, had a way about, like, he wanted to create, like, a structured environment for his men. And that kind of plays into, like, the, I guess, the view that, I hate to say stereotype, that we have with the British, like the stiff upper lip and have some structure. I mean, we see that in other movies too. But I don't know, I just like as Kate was saying, like the narrow plot, and just the cinematography, the fact that it was filmed on, not location, but I mean, it's filmed in Sri Lanka, Ceylon. So we had like legit, jungle scenes and river scenes and all that. I don't know. I just really like the narrowness of the movie, and it's kind of maybe an anti-war but questioning war without really hitting you over the head. I mean, the doctor, Major Clipton, I mean, he literally ends the movie by saying, "What madness! What madness!" And it isn't like he's going around the whole movie saying that.
But he is one of the chief questioners of the strategy. Yeah.
So yeah, Jim.
Okay.
Consulting your notes.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I guess I am.
You should. You went to the trouble of making them.
Consulting my notes here
Becca's house.
is, well, I just think that I think the moral of the story, if you go by the rules,
Yeah.
you get the job done. And that's exactly what happened. He said his officers are not going to work, so he spends a month in the
hot box.
oven,
Terrible.
and they come out, and then the Colonel Saito,
Saito? Yeah.
whatever,
Yep.
he is beat. He's already done.
Yeah.
I mean, he's defeated, and he knows what he has to do at the end. So well, anyway, and then everything just falls into place. And the thing that I thought about the soldiers coming in, whistling and this and that, marching in formation, even though they were POWs, they were still British soldiers, and they were still part of the so-called Great British Snobbish Empire.
Well, don't hold back.
And they were following orders. I mean, he was the Alec Guinness. He was the glue that held everybody.
Certainly served as an inspiration to
Yeah.
the, right? Like they all saw him survive the hot box, and
Yeah.
Which is why when he came out of the hot box, they were
Yeah.
disorderly, for a lack of better term, and then dysfunction of the construction, right, of the bridge.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so the bridge gets built, and Alec Guinness is really happy with the outcome of
and
the bridge.
then
And then, as in all plots, something goes wrong. And for some reason or another, the river drops 3 or 4 or 5 feet, whatever the case may be.
yeah,
And then he's looking at it, and he doesn't understand, he doesn't get it,
right.
that, well, maybe something else is going on here. So he gets the colonel, and they go down,
Yeah.
and they feed the wire.
They realize what's going on.
And then he realizes what's going on, which leads us into another scenario, which I'm going to go to, and then I'm going to come back to this, is that if you notice during the movie, the guy, the soldier that was to do the plunging, they were questioning him, could he do that? If the push came to shove, would he be able to do his duty? And he did. Everybody at the end of the movie, regardless of who they were, they did their duty.
Yeah.
The Japanese colonel tried to cut the wire, that's when the young soldier came out
Mm-hmm.
and knifed him. And then
Yeah.
William Holden, who did not want anything to do with this, but he comes through at the end. He comes through at the end and he gets killed. And then they look at each other and says, "Oh, you, oh, you."
Yeah.
And then,
It's
then
so
Alex Guinness.
so poignant. Yeah.
Alex Guinness when they started looking, and then he says, "What have I done?
Yeah. Finally, after all of that, it dawns on him.
What have I done?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I built a bridge as a prisoner of war, which could be accused as treason.
Yep.
And then he thinks, well, I'm here to destroy the enemy, but why did I build a bridge to help them destroy us?
Mm-hmm.
So, well, anyway, and then he looks at the plunger and he looks at, oh my, what have I done?
Yeah.
And he falls on the plunger, and of course, that plunger goes off, and the train goes into the.
Yeah.
But the ironic thing is all the British prisoners crossed well before,
Yeah.
so none of those people
Yeah.
were killed. So, I said that, well, if you go by the rules, things get done.
Yeah.
And then the soldiers, the British soldiers, we didn't get a good glimpse of the Japanese soldiers, what position they were in. There was no real good,
So
other
true.
than just a few people
Mm-hmm.
that showed them, dragged him out and put him back in
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And the one person that was in charge of the bridge, he was devastated. Well, anyway, so, but and it's a matter of who's in control.
Mm-hmm.
The British were in control. It took a while for them to get there. And if you think of that, that's the theme of mostly of all World War II. We were down at the beginning, but then we rose up to the challenge and we met that challenge and overcame the obstacles that we had to overcome. And you're right when he said the single-minded. He was just single-minded on the bridge, and then you realize, what have I done?
It hits home in those last 10 minutes to me, because it shows them when they're done hammering that sign up into the tree. And I'm watching it going, oh my God, it's like, here are these, in normal life, it would certainly be something to be proud of. But, you're taking a lot of pride. Like, Anne, you talked about the soldiers when he came out of the hot box, they had been disorderly. But that's part of, if you're a prisoner of war, you're supposed to, the code, right, is to,
Which we would
be in the
think
way,
would- which
right?
we would think would be normal behavior.
Right. It's to
You're not
be in the
supposed
way.
to.
You're not supposed to help. You're supposed to build a shoddy bridge. You're supposed to
Sabotage.
you're supposed to sabotage. You're supposed to try to escape,
And
right?
that's exactly what the British were doing because the Japanese were in control. of
Right.
building the
And
bridge.
but then it's like
But they
he
really
gets
weren't.
out of the hot box and it all changes and
It
it's
all
but you
changes.
just his motivations to me, it just struck me as
Yeah.
convenient to say that this was good for morale to keep order
Exactly.
and it was convenient though, and it was it to me it felt like pride, really his
British pride.
own, but it was also personal.
Okay.
I thought it was
Yeah.
very personal.
And there was no escape, and that was quite evident.
Right.
The first few,
Well, they were
few
told
minutes.
not to. They
The
were-
Well,
first few minutes of the movie, and
The irony of no fences, right? The jungle's
Yeah.
gonna get you.
and the jungle's gonna
Yeah.
get you, or we're gonna get you
Got me.
before the jungle gets you.
Yeah.
And they got that.
Yeah.
And then I wrote down here something about did everybody do their job?
Mm.
Yeah, everybody did their job. Holden did his job because he was the playboy, escaped,
Yeah.
coming back, didn't want to be there. But then when he saw push came to shove, who runs across the river,
Yeah.
and he gets killed in the process. And then the Japanese colonel, what's he do? He's got, oh, that's my country, and then he gets killed. And so the young guy kills that guy, and
Yeah.
then Alex Guinness falls on it.
Yeah.
And no pun intended, but the rest is history.
Ah!
Yeah, so that's what I kind of found a little disorienting because the main plot, where Alec Guinness's character, Lieutenant Colonel Nicholson, I mean, he is trying to get his men obviously organized to build the bridge. Like, we're not expecting that as an audience, because normally you'd expect the plot to
They're
be like they're
try to-
sabotaging and the
Try to
repercussions and all
escape.
that.
Yeah.
So I was a little disappointed when there was like a couple of like, you know, kind of cliches, like the lieutenant, the British lieutenant who can't, you know, kill the soldier that they stumble upon, but then of course redeems himself by killing, you know, Colonel Saito. Which is like, oh, of course. I mean, that always happens where somebody can't do something, and then, you know, like in Saving Private Ryan, that happens when the corporal who serves as a translator, you know, in the last parts of the movie where he can't kill a guy, but then he later does. Like, well, of course. So, but I do like the fact that the plot is not what we're expecting. In that, like, you can call it, you know, you can say the British are weird or whatever, but in a way, like, we're expecting them to be different. This is a little off top. Well, not Kate, you might like this. There's a scene in MASH, in one of the MASH episodes, where there's a bunch of British prisoners that happen to be not prisoners, sick and wounded. And the British commander comes to visit them and asks them, like, read their letters, and, you know, he's kind of like kicking them in the rear end, and, you know, of course, you know, Hawkeye gets all worked up because it's a clash of like, not personalities, but like
It's Hawkeye.
views. Thank you, Jim.
View of the
Yeah.
war.
Yeah, view of the war. And so the colonel's like, no, this is what they expect of me, you know, to be in here and be like, you know, the hard charging leader. You know, he's having them read their letters and all that, and that softens the view. So it's kind of like this. I kind of like the idea, like, that this idea of the British are like different, because that's what the movie audience is expecting, and then, you know, to make the plot such that it is, it's like, well, that's really different.
Ann Rougier.
What do you think,
Oh,
Ann?
well,
You have one more?
Let me say this comment. I gotta read through here. I got distracted about a couple things that I wanted to say there. Kate was saying obviously this, but okay. And then it was a battle. It was a battle of being soldiers or slaves,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and the
good.
British
yeah, that's
were
true.
not going to allow that to happen, because isn't that what the colonel?
Geneva Convention.
Yeah, that's
That's what the colonel came out. You are not soldiers anymore. You're slaves.
Right.
You know, so he just kind of, that's just a little difference there that he said. But I think one of the unbelievable parts, which has always got to be something,
Gotta be,
in the movie, is when Alec Guinness gets out of spending a month, and that
Yeah.
hot box, then all 2 days later, he's walking around, he's buttoned up his collar, and he's got a brand new uniform on.
Yeah,
That is true.
But
Where
that,
did the new
yeah,
uniform come
I know.
But that's Hollywood. You know,
True.
so, but,
Well, I
okay,
think,
no, let me just say this one thing about Anne.
and
Anne, my wife, no, not my wife. She goes,
you got another Ann?
Anne and Anne.
Oh, did you say Dan?
No, I didn't say that. Anyway,
Oh
so
boy.
the movie was over, and she said, "This movie won an Oscar award."
Oh, that's a legit
Whoa,
comment.
so
There
that's
we
a
go.
good.
Wow.
that- explain
Good segue.
yourself.
Better say you liked it.
You don't have to.
Have you got a different perspective now?
I just have one question. What is the symbolism with, maybe it's not symbolism, what's the purpose of the music?
Okay.
So,
Don't take that.
Another bedroom.
That's right. Don't take that microphone away. Let
The
her finish.
play-by-play is we're having a family spat here between Jim and Ann,
Next time
which
we
I've
invite
witnessed
you.
many times.
Yeah.
You mean for the purposes of the movie, or you mean like?
You mean the whistling and the
The
whole thing?
whistling has got to be significant, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Shea, do not touch the mic.
Tech support.
It keeps going like. zzz.
Yeah. There.
Minis. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that's, I don't know.
It's like tying this group together, right? It's like a
Unifying
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, it gives them a cadence to march.
And
to.
it gives
Okay.
that's like the practical
Yeah.
piece, but it's like for viewers.
Psychological. There's
Yeah, for
stages of
viewers, it's like they
psychological-
clearly are, like the morale is getting higher. They're doing this whistling. They're marching.
It seemed
Yeah,
very positive.
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I'm thinking of a prisoner of war, which I think the last time we were here, we talked about being prisoner of war and how devastating that is.
Yeah.
It was like, they looked like they were having fun. And I didn't know that was a thing when you're a prisoner of war.
No,
But
in
gotta-
marching,
Yeah.
the whole purpose of marching is to follow orders and do what you're supposed to do.
Discipline and order.
Discipline,
Right.
Regardless
Yeah.
of what it is, what you're going to. And I knew this guy who was in the Marines, and he said they would have different, and they'd go right, go left, and then all these people were coming at each other, and nobody told them to turn, and they just ran into each other. And they just, that's what you do.
Well, from the purpose of the movie making, there was like a version
Yeah.
that words to that song that Columbia Pictures are like, nah, we don't think we want to use those words because they're about Hitler and things. So they ended up doing the whistling. But that's a movie making
And it's
perspective.
a whole
Okay.
unifying thing
Yeah.
okay.
to keep the boys,
So instead of singing
Yeah.
to the tune, they just whistled.
no pun intended, to keep the boys on track.
Ah.
You and
We got that, Jim.
wow.
Okay.
Anything else, Anne?
No, I'm good. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Do
is,
not touch this part of the mic. You can like touch. You can touch this part and that part, but when you touch this part, it's sort of.
There's not a lot of Q&A on this part, and it's only on what you did this past week.
Okay, Jean, by golly, Barry.
Okay. Well, I think on the whistling, I think it's psychological to psych out your captors so
yeah.
that you let them know you're not getting the better of us.
That's
You
right.
know,
You
you
have
may
not
have us
gotten to be-
prisoner, but you cannot
Yeah.
defeat
I
Yeah.
like that.
us.
Yeah.
And one thing Alec Guinness said, I think it was him, early on in the movie, it's a matter of principle. And
Yeah,
that
that's-
seems like a very British thing to me.
And
Maybe
that-
not British, but
Yeah.
No, no, you're
And that's
right.
why he spent 30 days.
yeah, he was not going to let
And-
that
and
guy.
Where were his officers?
They were in the same boat.
Yeah, they were, and they stood there until they fainted.
Yeah.
And they finally put him in there.
Yeah,
So everybody was, okay, due process.
yeah. Well, I didn't have an overall perspective, but I had a lot of little things that I noticed. That poor, I can't say that poor Japanese colonel, but that guy was in an impossible situation. There was no way that he could win. I mean, at first,
Yeah.
he wasn't going to get the bridge built on time. He told him, I'm going to have to kill myself.
Mm-hmm.
And even when the bridge got built on time, his honor was destroyed.
Yeah.
He was shamed forever because his prisoners got the best of him, and
Yeah.
they accomplished what he couldn't accomplish. And was that at the very end where he's sitting there with the scroll in front of him and he cuts the hair? Was he
That's-
intending to commit
I think
suicide?
that's part of the ritual.
Well, was he going to commit suicide because
Perhaps.
he failed and he dishonored his family?
Perhaps.
I think.
Yeah.
So that guy, I felt kind of sorry for him,
But you're
even
right.
though.
He looked really, when they had that project meeting.
Yeah,
he
it was like-
he looked beaten.
He was.
Yeah.
He just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Already ordered.
Yep.
So yeah. So there, I had a question about when William Holden was wherever they were, where he got, where he met with those guys and they recruited him, sort of. They mentioned who was it going to be in that meeting, and they mentioned Mountbatten. Did anybody hear that?
Yeah, Lord my mouth.
Yeah.
So is
Yeah.
that Prince Philip?
He's
That
Prince
would've-
Philip's uncle.
Uncle?
It would have been the
okay, 'cause
uncle.
We didn't
Yeah.
know. I just was curious which
Lord,
Mountbatten was that.
He's the Mountbatten that the IRA blew
That's
up
right.
in the
And
70s
yeah.
during the troubles
Yeah.
in Northern Ireland.
Okay.
Correct, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the
Well,
last-
that was
has found a solution.
yeah. That was a
Viceroy of
question.
India.
Yeah.
Good job.
So the thing that
Last Viceroy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last one.
yeah, the thing that I noticed in the Japanese colonel's office was the American pinup calendar.
Really?
Yeah.
That's right.
And it was from
That's
true.
Elk City, Ohio.
Where?
Elk City,
Whoa.
Ohio.
No,
It's
oh,
on
I
that
did not see
calendar.
that.
I did go on the internet
you
to
see
try
that?
to figure that out. And first
Is that
of all,
a real
it's not,
place?
No, it's not real. But also, there's no backstory to it. Like, I mean, because normally, normally there would be a story about like there's a stagehand or whatever that had some connection to something, and like there's
Yeah, so why does a Japanese prisoner of war colonel in Thailand have an American pinup calendar in
Good
his office?
question.
How does he
Confiscated. It.
confiscated from.
confiscate from?
But who's gonna? I mean, it was
William
a big
Well, not for
Morgan.
the prisoners.
Not as big
but,
as the one you just bought, but
But he could have served. He could have served
It's a big
somewhere
one.
else.
That's true.
Calendar? You go, Dan.
Because Japan had gotten the surrender of like Thailand and Singapore and all these other places. Like
Now-
it could have been.
Did the colonel, was it said in the school that in the movie, that he went to school in the United States?
Yeah.
no, he went to school in the movie. He went to school in London, didn't
Yes.
London.
London.
he? The
Yeah. He
actor,
wanted to be an
the
artist,
actor
yeah.
that played him went to school in the United States.
Okay, but the colonel in the movie, he went to school in
Yeah.
London.
Yeah.
And
British
that's very
educated.
true.
Yeah.
Because we educated a bunch of Japanese
Yeah.
people.
But that
And
still
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
explain why he had a
Yeah.
American
No, it's a
pinup
good
calendar.
catch.
I did not know.
Weird.
I gotta look at that.
Christmas
Yeah,
present.
it's Joe's Garage in Elk City, Ohio, which it doesn't exist. I really want to know the backstory.
I know.
Because going back to MASH, because Corporal Klinger, he's always talking about things in Toledo.
Right.
And a lot of them are real places or real.
Tony Pacos.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
But this one, I was like, oh no.
Yeah. So the last question I had, which, obviously doesn't mean anything because it was at the end of the movie. What happened? What do you think happened to that warden, the lone guy that did not get killed? What happened to him afterwards? And where, everybody else? No, the prisoners were not dead, but
That was one of my questions. You mean Jack Hawkins?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Up on
Jack
the hill.
Hawkins.
That he was up on the
Firing
hill.
stuff. And
The bum
they,
foot.
They had all of the women.
The,
Oh, the women
yeah, the
jumping
Thai
with
women.
that. And the women had kind of like some affection.
oh
Or
yeah.
at least for the young guy.
Well,
And a
I'm
couple-
glad you brought that up.
affection. Well, I wasn't going to say anything else, but anyway. But from the affection, and then he looks at him, and they're all dead, and said, "I did what I had to do,"
Yeah,
and he did what he had to
Yeah,
do.
he did.
but I just wonder what happened after that. Who found out that they
Yeah.
blew the bridge up, and how,
How
did
did-
they get him out of
yeah,
there?
how did
and-
this one guy with a blown up foot?
I mean, in
you
reality,
know,
it's
yeah,
almost like a one-way mission. But in the context of the movie, he got out safely because it just seemed like it
Yeah.
actually wasn't that difficult to get in and out of the area. I don't know.
Oh no!
yeah, right. It's a good question.
Yeah.
It is a very good question.
Did those women help him out?
Oh, probably.
Exactly.
Of
Well,
course they did.
surely they
But
did.
But
They
they,
had
Yeah.
to.
they
Yeah.
killed.
Well, they're the ones that got him in there.
Yeah, exactly. They
Except the guy
certainly
that was with, he got killed, right?
he got killed.
I
Yeah,
mean, we have to remember how strong women are in war.
sure.
And
Yeah.
it didn't matter necessarily what side or what, but I really
Sure.
think majority of women know it's right.
Yeah.
And we react that way.
So here, I just want to say one thing about the women in this movie.
No.
Yes. Nan's not here. I have to carry the flag.
Which flag is it?
The song that nobody
You know,
likes.
it's 2026, and I have to just like make a comment on the women that were in this movie and how they were portrayed because I think it's significant. It's something like, these Thai women, and I think like it is absolutely true, Anne. They helped them in and helped them out, and women in war are very strong. I think the part that's contrived in this movie, though, is perhaps the affection and the viewing of these white men. It's very white savior. It's very
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, these white men have
Yeah.
oh,
Saved
thank
us.
God. Thank God for these white men that have come to save us, right? And so I think the affection part is maybe a little bit much. I also think, too, I read one little article about this movie that talked about how the producers of the film were upset that the only women in the movie were there was not a single white woman in the movie. And so that whole part, well, this was added.
Okay.
The nurse, the white nurse, that's visiting William Holden and his dalliance on the beach with the nurse, that was added because the producers didn't like that they were the only portrayal of women and attractive, the attraction between men and women was between the men and the Thai women at the end, and so they added the nurse stuff in. So it wasn't just
1957.
Yeah. So it is interesting. I mean, when you know that sort of backstory, and then I think it's a stretch. Of course, the Thai women would be grateful, right? But this, I don't know. It just takes it a bit too far and makes it a little bit out there for me.
I was torn
Yeah.
because absolutely the women are strong enough to do it. When you look at the Vietnam War, or as the Vietnamese say, the American War, women absolutely played a strong role in defeating, fighting the Americans, right? I mean, no question about it. The trouble I had, though, is that British Special Operations Unit would probably not use outside for personnel. That's the only trouble I had with it. They would go out on their own to do it, not because they had a blind spot, but it's just.
Well, it was because William Holden knew those people. I mean, he had lived
his
with them.
connection to
you're right. I mean,
his connection
the
to the
movie's
village.
point
from
of
a
view,
movie
yeah.
perspective, right? No, you're right. I mean, just from if I were to complain about something, it would be I don't think the British Special Operations would be entrusting a mission to people they don't know, because they were on a mission. They wouldn't be taking a bath in the
Well, that was a little.
There were a
But
few.
That was a little quirky.
It was.
But I was torn because I don't think for a second that the writer of the novel or screenplay or the producer were trying to say, let's showcase strong women, but absolutely for a fact that the women can carry a larger load than we might think.
Yeah, but that.
And they did.
They
They
did.
carried the larger load.
And
Yeah,
that reminds
always
me though.
have.
But weren't they saying, we've only got so much time to get there? Well, why the heck were they
Right,
playing around
right.
in the swimming pool?
Exactly.
Right. Correct. I can already tell Dan has thoughts on this.
Jim, did you have something else to say before Dan takes?
Or
Yeah, I was just
Jean,
gonna
do you have?
say-
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just going to say about the women.
Yeah.
Well, the men are probably already dead after war, so you have to fall back on the women.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's true.
So and the women had to own up. The women had to own up, just like the sailor with the knife that kills the Japanese colonel.
Oh yeah. I think whatever it takes is definitely.
The difference is that these Thai women are not. It's not like it's their fight. That's the only difference in this.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's
Correct.
They're caught in the
Yeah.
middle
Correct.
between a rock and a hard place. Okay.
Here,
Not,
Dan.
Okay,
Dan is gathering his thoughts, eyes
Biden.
closed,
biding his time.
Now,
pinching of the bridge. of
Now
his
I know.
nose.
Dan, we liked it.
now I know how the pilot of an airliner feels when it's hijacked and he's got to fly to Havana, Cuba. This podcast has just been hijacked.
For the record, let the record reflect, Jean just made the same face that I make every week when you talk about being hijacked
Yeah.
or mutinied or fill in the
This is a pretty
blank.
Good one. This is a good podcast. This is more straight and level.
Yeah.
We've not mutinied.
I will, since Kate decided to go all man and
Hey, I
make
had
this all
to-
about
but
misogyny.
This is it was. I did not make it all about
No.
misogyny.
Let me-
I was pointing out some parts of the movie that just don't quite make it for me. That's there you go.
Okay, well, this is what I'm going to say. Since Jean has been here, I've been trying to verse her in shows and things that I like to watch.
Okay.
Oh.
So she's known me for a long time, and she just laughs about the TV shows I watch. Well, for the first time in her life, I showed her an episode of Naked and Afraid.
Yes. Naked and Afraid.
Naked and
Did you
Afraid.
get
And-
the whole thing?
And
Classic.
How
No,
could you even spend 1 second looking at that?
it wasn't her choice,
Yes.
Jim. I
Captive
know
audience.
it wasn't her choice,
Okay.
Jim.
well, but Jean will support me when I told her I've watched it, all the episodes. I know the legends, everybody, and I told Jean that it's almost always the women who complete the challenge,
Yeah.
not the men, because the men are all macho. They've been
Yeah.
special rangers. They've been this. They've been that. They don't. It's not about physicality. It's about the mental ability
Yeah.
to handle the pressure. So anyhow, all you feminists out there, Danny Boy's with you. I just wanted to put that out there that I believe in strong women, and I'm really struggling to understand how you guys think this about the Thai women, because I don't see that at all. But anyhow, moving on, because I thought the Thai women were I just thought they were there. They were strong. They knew what they were doing. And I will say this, Polly, I understand, Duncan, what you've said about
Or Duncan, you know,
the British wouldn't use them. Well, the British always used the natives.
Special operations, though.
Well, but it's special operations in the French and Indian War and the Revolutionary War. They always used the natives. Every battle the British have ever been in, they've always used the natives that know the land, that know the geography, that know the territory. So anyhow, okay, some of the things that I wrote down was I think it's very important that the movie begins with the whistling and it ends with the whistling, both beginning and ending. I thought that was very important. When the Japanese colonel was berating the new group that came in, when he basically said, "You have surrendered. You have no honor. You surrendered in Singapore." Then Alex Guinness basically comes back about the Geneva Convention, and Alex Guinness says, "Without law, there is no civilization." And then the colonel says, "You have been betrayed by surrender. You are not a soldier. You are a slave." And then William Holden, who's has managed to get himself in the sick bay, he just says, he quotes that, "Into the valley of death rode the 600 from the charge of the Light Brigade," which I thought was a good American slam on the British.
Yeah, that's true.
We will talk about the pinup calendar later. I may have started a new collection
Oh boy.
of.
Oh my gosh.
Do your
Of
heirs know about
course.
this? Does
Yeah.
he play? Okay.
Well, more or less.
Yeah, exactly.
Of 1930s and 40s era.
Sorry,
pinup
Lily.
calendars.
I feel like you're the one that doesn't know about this.
Who?
Lily. I'm talking to Lily from, on the coast who's listening to this, maybe.
What is the pinup calendar?
She's the one who doesn't know
I
about
will
this,
show you
right?
when we're done. So anyhow,
He
then-
won't answer.
Alex Guinness, one of the things he says when they're trying to get him to give it up, he says, "It's a matter of principle. If we give up, we will never win." I thought that was an important thing to say. Then when he gets out of the thing and he comes in and he says, we're going to build a proper English bridge. And then he says to the Japanese colonel, "Can I have a cup of tea?"
Yeah.
And to me, every British movie we saw, they got to have their tea, whether it was last week on Around the World in 80 Days. Crisis, it doesn't matter, it's tea time. Yeah. I thought that was, to me, that's when Alex Guinness got in control, is when he said, may we have tea? Because then the next thing you know, he's getting dinner.
He's in charge,
And then Alex Guinness does say to the doctor, "You're a fine doctor, but you have a lot to learn about the Army." Okay? The bridge is supposed to be to tie the railroad between Bangkok and Rangoon. Another thing that is a line that William Holden uses throughout it, because one of the guys said it, then he picks it up. There is always the unexpected. Mm-hmm. I thought that was a a good line coming through. Then in Robert Osborne's book, he describes this movie, or he describes the British colonel. A strict disciplinarian, the British colonel has a rigid conflict of wills with his Japanese captors over military protocol, and later supervises the building of a railroad bridge for the Japanese without regard for the aid it gives to the enemy. Obsessed instead with proving his battalion is superior to his enemy. And I thought, yeah, that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
You don't know how to build this. We're going to build you a proper bridge. We're going to get the lumber that was used for the London Bridge that stood for 400 or 500 years,
remember that.
And I thought that was really very interesting. And then at the end, and other people have brought this up, I thought that was really good. When the doctor yells madness, sheer madness.
Yeah, I was just
And,
thinking that.
that pretty much sums up a lot of wars.
Yeah.
Madness, pure madness. I thought it was a very good movie. Like Kate has said, William Holden has always been one of my favorite actors. He had won the Academy Award for Best Actor a couple years before for Stalag 13,
Yeah.
which was a
17.
very good movie.
Yeah,
And
17.
one of my favorite movies with William Holden is Sunset Boulevard,
Yeah,
which starts
so
with
good.
him face down in the swimming pool dead.
Yeah.
If you've never seen Sunset Boulevard, get it and watch it. And then I believe his last movie was one of my favorite movies. S.O.B. Was Blake Edwards' satire on
Yeah.
Hollywood. And I was telling Jean about it. She had never seen it. That's the movie where Blake Edwards, who was married to Julie Andrews, flashes her tatas.
Right.
To
Julie
turn.
Andrews did that?
In
Yes.
My
SOB.
Little Nun?
Yes. How do you solve a problem like Maria?
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
I mean,
Oh, the
what
jokes
is
write
going to be
themselves.
done?
And she did it for real.
Yeah,
She
goodness.
flashed them because they had to turn a losing musical into a award winning,
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
and that's how.
Edmund.
So anyhow,
No, my
I-
favorite is Network.
and Network's very good too.
My favorite with William Holden is
Yeah.
Network.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
To me, I think his first movie was like
Dessert?
1939.
Oh,
but
yeah.
To me, he's almost like a Tom Hanks. He can play just about everything, whether it was a boxer,
Long career. Yeah.
career. Yeah, he was just a great guy. Yeah. So I thought it was a very, very good movie. I saw it as a young man. I saw it once on TV, and I got to see it this time with Jean. So I thought, I liked it.
Yeah.
I just want to mention that the producer, Sam Spiegel, was also the producer on The Waterfront, which
Yeah.
of course
Yeah.
we reviewed.
Right,
And he will be the producer on the upcoming Lawrence of Arabia. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
in a way, I've seen Lawrence of Arabia, but I'm kind of looking forward to it just because to compare it to the British.
And plus,
River
you've
Kwai.
been in Arabia.
Yeah,
You went to school there.
not on the West Coast, but yeah.
Paul,
did?
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, where?
I grew up as a kid, my dad had a job in Saudi Arabia, so I grew up.
That's cool. Do you speak any
I do
Arabic?
not. It's a very
Okay.
difficult.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, Paul, I have an update question.
Just open the queue.
Have you sent your request to become a Canadian citizen? Traitor.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yes, I mailed it.
Traitor.
Yeah, about a little over a week ago.
Who do I have?
Paul.
Yeah.
Come over, Dad.
Yeah. Why? That's why I had to watch Canada South Africa match today.
Yeah, they won it. Canada won it right at the end.
91st minute.
Yeah, right at the end. Okay, well, I think we've done the movie. I appreciate everything that we went tonight, especially Eddie's contribution to the Virginia
boy.
Mod Platte Empowerment Fund.
Yeah, what,
Now-
$25?
Yeah.
No,
25
he's up to
I didn't fucking-
No,
Close at all.
We're done. We're done. This is going to be a short week for us, okay? Because
Okay. So
Diya,
Friday.
our precious Diya,
Aw.
is
The Indian princess.
the Indian princess, is going to take that big jet bird back to her home come next Sunday. So
Yeah.
next week this time, Diya will be in the air on the way to London.
Oh, God.
So we wanted to make sure we had one last broadcast or podcast with Diya and everybody, and Nan and Sam and everybody. So we're going to do it on this coming Friday on July 3rd.
Okay.
So we're going to have a short week. It's going to be Friday on July
I need to
3rd.
watch,
And the
Gigi.
movie is Gigi. So,
yeah, such a movie to leave off.
yes.
No, I wish
So-
it was a better movie for you.
I don't know if I can do
It's
that.
okay. I'm probably not gonna watch it.
So
It's
we're
fine.
we're going to have French food because it's in France.
Oh boy.
French
Okay.
fries?
And Nan,
I forgot. I'm making
Those-
creme brulee. That's what I remember.
oh yeah, hey, you going to make creme brulee?
I'm up for it.
Okay.
I gotcha.
We'll have French wine and French food, and then we will listen to like an hour and a half of Nan and Kate going off the deep end about misogyny. And thank God for little girls.
Little goes.
They'll make Gone with the Wind same short.
Will you be
Yeah.
staying?
No, I'm leaving in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she'll be in Wichita Falls
wise.
listening to it.
Oh,
So
gosh.
anyhow,
Okay.
final comments of the week, Diya.
Nope. No comments.
Okay. I want to. I know I'm going to see you before you go. I hope you have a great final week here on Wroe Avenue and in Dayton.
Thank you.
We're going to miss you tremendously.
Yes.
But we will save the tears till next
Yeah,
Friday.
yeah.
This coming Friday.
Tearing up already.
Dear,
Yeah.
you could not have been at a better place.
Aw.
And you could have not have been a better house down the street and a house on the corner. Think about it. I know.
Now you're making her cry.
Jim.
This is supposed to be next Friday.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Okay.
Way to go, Mr. Moon Pie.
We have to come up with a better name.
Oh, it's empty. It's empty.
Thank God.
Well,
My wife
Oh,
would-
good
I
grief.
have a
My
question.
wife would have been.
Yes.
Question.
Yeah.
Does Diya know why she's called Moon Pie?
She figured it out.
Oh, she figured it out. Okay, never mind. We don't need to put that on the podcast. Kate, any final comments this week?
No, none for this week.
No
Paul?
comments, Dan.
Southbound, Paul.
One thing.
10K.
Eddie's up to $55.
I'm so
No.
drunk. I've been drunk for like the past 2 days.
Jimmy,
We
Jimmy,
thought so.
final comments. What's coming up this week? Anything you want to say?
No, well, I don't want to be public about it, but I'm not going to any frickin' 2015 or
250s.
Say a story in 215.
2015.
What was locally organized?
Okay.
When that son of a bitch is going to.
No, calm down.
I know.
Let's
I
move on.
know.
Okay, I'm gonna
taking over.
finalize for the Rougier family that we are extremely excited about the house on 219. That
Oh,
we have
yeah.
purchased.
Your boy needs to put a ring
Neil,
on it.
219
Your boy
Neil.
needs to get married.
And so
219 Neil.
we actually have a roofer coming tomorrow. We are
Nice.
so excited, and we have hired a wonderful architect to send plans into the city, and that we did that, and we are hopefully opening it up, maybe an Airbnb for people.
For guests to the
I think you
neighborhood.
better quit while you're ahead.
Like long-term
Rental.
residents.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I can turn your walls into my art collection.
Well,
A
Dan,
gallery.
We can talk because I have been looking. So Jim's over here doing stuff. Guess what I've been doing? Ordering like
The
sheets
decorations.
and- No, I'm on the whole nother
Yeah.
like. in
Well,
the
this is
bedroom.
fun. That house has been so in ruins for so
2004.
long. Yeah, so the fact that you have it, you're going to turn it into something nice is that's
And
great.
The whole thing about this house is number one, it's not going to get torn down.
Right.
And number two, I'm going to refurbish it with all used material.
That's awesome.
As much as I can.
Yeah.
Probably
That's
not so
awesome.
much on the construction
100%.
works, because you gotta use new material, but that's my goal.
That's great.
And the goal right now, maybe, Airbnb, but who knows, in a year and a half.
You never know. You got to get the work done.
Gotta get to work.
Well, when Diya comes back to the UD,
There you go.
Wow.
she has a place to stay.
Dear,
In her
you're better off
mother-father.
staying on campus.
Ooh.
But her mom and dad
That'd be a
stay in
nice.
place.
Yeah.
Gene, anything?
Just want to say I have had a lovely time here. I've so enjoyed meeting everybody and just being a part of the family for a
Yeah.
couple of days. And tomorrow I head back to Wichita Falls, Texas, in 100-degree weather. So it's been a nice weather break too. I've enjoyed
Well,
it.
I think we're about to
Yeah.
get a heat wave too.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's a heat wave.
Actually,
I don't-
I'd rather be in Wichita Falls where the humidity is
It's
not
dry.
93%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it gets pretty swampy around here. So
So thank you for
Thank you.
for having
Thank
me
you so
as
much
part of
for
the
coming.
podcast.
Thank you.
It's been
Appreciate
great.
it.
Okay.
Dan,
The only other thing that I want to add, this is for Eddie because he'll be around when I'm gone or right before I go. I decided what I want for my last meal.
okay.
They got
The
to feed you.
seafood
pot.
clay pot from Thai 9.
It was that good.
The last time I had that was carry out during COVID.
Yeah.
I forgot how effing good that is. It is magnificent. And since it's all biodegradable, maybe you just fill my basket full
Oh my god.
of clay pot and
Oh, gross.
send me down at St. Kateri with it. I want to thank Paul for picking it up.
Yes.
I want to thank Kate for ordering it.
Yes.
Thank you.
This
You're welcome.
clay pot, seafood clay pot,
We still have.
it was
dessert.
delightful, and we still have dessert to
I
do.
forgot.
That Kate made peach cobbler. So with that,
Blueberry.
And blueberry.
Blueberry.
Crisp.
Oh.
and then we also have just plain blah, 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 fruit salad if anybody wants it. So anyhow, I want to thank everybody for coming, especially
Gee, by golly, Gary.
Jean Butterbaugh
Butterball.
for coming.
Was a
And it's kind of funny because my kids always heard me talk about her, and Marty and Eddie and everybody else thought it was a nickname. And then last year, Jean said, "Well, no, that's my
That's
name."
my actual name.
So with that, I'm going to say Godspeed and fair winds until we meet again, especially Jean, since you're going to be leaving us tomorrow. With that, we're done.
Is it this one?
Gene, we may have to quiz you to see if your memories of